Okay, we're going to create the content itself with the help of Claude. So you're going to go to first the Google Drive sheet. So you have access to the SEO file in the Google Drive, and you're gonna open the copywriter instructions. And here you have the prompts and you have the supportive content target keyword for page is supporting. People also ask questions, competition. So that is the prompt that you're gonna grab, the supportive content prompt. And then you're going to go to Claude and you're gonna go to projects to the left. And you're going to choose the supportive content outlined project. And then you're gonna paste here the prompt. And we're going to fill up this prompt with the target keyword, which in this case is the target keyword for the article, which includes our base target keyword. So our base target keyword, it is the one that we are choosing from Lead Snap that we did in the previous lesson. So in this case, it's going to be Reiki near me. So we're going to go to Google and we're going to type Reiki near me. And the target keyword is basically a question. So we are working a target keyword title. So we're gonna go here. I'm gonna say, okay, how much does Reiki, how much does Reiki usually cost? So we're gonna grab that. The people also ask question here that we haven't already used. How do you know that you haven't used this? You can check in the SEO Google Drive file. You will go to the body tempo spa, you will go to supportive content, ready to use, and no, ready to use, sorry, used, and you're going to see the topic. Look for the topic and see, okay, is there any article with that title or a similar title? In this case, it's not. There's not. Does Reiki therapy really work? What conditions does Reiki treat? What qualifications do you need to be a Reiki therapist? So all of that is not what does a Reiki session cost. So we're going to choose that people also ask questions to write an article. But we're not going to choose that keyword, which means people also ask questions in this case. Um, as it is, we're going to rewrite it and include our base keyword plus the location. So we're going to go to Claude and we're going to say, Claude, rewrite this in a relevant way. Okay, so that didn't work. So we need to ask it in a different way. Uh, Rewrite this question in a semantic relevant way. Okay, now it's giving us alternatives. So this is basically the prompt itself. Rewrite this question in a semantic relevant way. What is the typical price for a Reiki session? How much do you expect to pay for Reiki healing? What are the standards Reiki session rates? Mm, okay. So we're gonna use this one. How much do I expect to pay for Reiki healing? And we're going to add our base keyword, which is Reiki near me. So, how much does a Reiki healing near me, Athens, Georgia? Okay. How much should I expect to pay for Reiki healing near me, Athens, Georgia? So we added the base keyword, Reiki near me, and then Athens, Georgia, which is the city that we're working with for this location. And then we're gonna target the keyword for the page is supporting. So it's going to support services and categories. So in this case, it's Reiki. So we're going to use the category. For Reiki, we have the category at the body temple spa or of Reiki therapists. And so we're going to use that. Reiki therapist, Athens, Georgia, with the location. Then we're going to do the people also ask questions, like meaning adding more questions and headings. Headings twos and heading threes for competitors. That's basically to just give Claude a little bit of ideas to what to write about. Um, so don't make it hard. I'm going to show you specifically, but I do want to clarify something before we move to that step of step two, which is okay, our category is Reiki Therapist Athens, Georgia. But if it was a service, it would have been Reiki massage or Reiki energy healing session, right? But in this case, it's gonna be the category. Okay, so you need to know which one you're using and make sure that you're making the correct selection. So now, step three, people also ask questions. I'm gonna show you how. So what does Reiki actually do is people also ask questions that we can insert here. And then again, one more, does insurance cover Reiki? We can definitely do that. And then you're going to go into opening some competitors' pages and see what they are talking about. We're gonna do that one. And if they have some headings, sometimes they don't. So let's check. Book a session, deals. Yeah, all this seems it is just services and testimony. So no headings here. Here, no headings here either. And in here, yes, we have some headings. So what is Reiki is a heading. So we're gonna put it here. And we're gonna use one more. So how would I feel during a Reiki session? Perfect. If you can find any, what is okay? If you can find any headings in your location, you would just replace Reiki near me with Houston. And we're gonna say Houston, Texas, or Chicago. And the only reason why you're doing that is because people who are ranking in big cities, they normally have professional help, which means that they're doing something right and they're normally gonna be able to find more headings because they have better reading content. So let's see for this one. What do we do? Reiki classes, our specialization. Nothing either. So maybe not. Um, Holistic news. Okay, we have some there. We another one there. Reiki analogy. Can I compare regular treatments? Yeah. So you have some other ideas of headings there as well. But 2 to 3 max is good. Once you have your headings, once you have your people also ask questions, and your prompt is filled up and complete, you're just gonna submit this to Claude to write the outline. And again, make sure that Opus 4.5 is the one that you're using, not Sonnet or the other one there. All right, once the outline is written, we are gonna copy it. And we're gonna open another window where Claude is open, and we're going to open the project, the Body Tempo Spot Content Writer project. And then we're gonna copy the outline here, and we're gonna say 2000 word article and submit it. Mm, okay, then we're gonna hit this. And yeah, while Claude is doing all of that, oops, I don't know what I did here. Okay, where Claude is doing all of that, we're going to go to Google Drive and we are going to open a file in the ready to use. And we're going to create a new document that contains our base keyword first. In this case, Reiki near me. That's already here. I already did it. And here's where we're going to copy the content that Claude gives us. Oops. Yeah, we're gonna close this. Perfect. So we're just basically waiting right now for Claude to give us an answer. Perfect. How much does Reiki healing cost in Athens, Georgia? Amazing. So we have our article here and we're gonna open it on the Google Drive, which is not gonna go to the file inside of Google Drive where it should be, but it's gonna give you the option to just copy paste more quickly. So we're just gonna copy it and we're gonna then paste it in the document that we opened inside of the file of ready to use documents. This is important because it's gonna help you to stay organized and not double work. So you from here, you're going to use the articles that are ready to use and then move them to the used folder so you don't upload them twice in the website builder, especially if you're doing this with someone that you're collaborating with. Maybe you're doing one part of the process and the other person is doing another part of the process. That's going to be so helpful for them and for you. Or if you're doing this by yourself, the same. So you're not doubling up, the uploading the content twice, just because you left it here or you left it somewhere, it's just everywhere. All right, perfect. So we copy this and then we grab the title and we put it in the title right here. Now, one more thing before we step into making sure that all the facts and everything is up to standard with this article is making sure that we're answering the question in the content right away. So here, how much does Reiki healing cost in Athens, Georgia? This is not answering the question until here where it says quick answer. Right? So we want to say, how much does Reiki healing cost in Athens, Georgia? A Reiki session in Athens, Georgia typically cost blah, 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 blah. right? So we want to make sure that we're answering right away. So we can take all of this and basically put it under it, as long as it makes sense, right? And we can even take this off because we already have a title here. We can take quick answer off and leave it like that. A Reiki session, nothing to be cause. Yeah. So the first sentence answers the question. This is so Google sees that you are basically answering the question very simply and then you will expand. Google likes that, so we're doing that and just making sure that that's there because sometimes Claude is not going to give you exactly what you want. Another part of the step is seeing that everything that we have written in the article is up to what it actually is. So one of the articles that Claude gave me, the prices were not the prices that we have. So we have to go over the article. We have to read it, make sure that the prices are the prices that they need to be. And that's basically it for this lesson. We're gonna go into making sure everything is up to standard into the next lesson.